This is our video on angles and relationships. Please feel free to ask your teacher if you have any questions and make sure that your recording sheet is available. Let's talk about complementary angles. Complementary means that they have a sum, and we know sum means adding. They have a sum of 90 degrees. So 45 plus 45 is going to equal 90, and 80 plus this little piece of 10 would also give us 90. So complementary means 90 degrees. Supplementary angles have a sum of 180 degrees. So that means that they equal a flat line. So 170 plus this 10 would equal 180, and 120 plus 160 is going to give you 80. So that's supplementary angles. They equal 180. Sorry, not 80, but 180. So let's see. Since the angles form a straight line, they are supplementary. So I know that this is a straight line down here at the bottom, and I know that I need to equal 180. So I can do 180 minus 120, and that means that x is going to be 60 degrees. When you find the value of x, this is a straight line, so I know that. So I can take 180 minus this 80, and that is going to give me 100. So x is going to be 100. This is going to equal 180, again, because it's a flat line right here. So 180 minus 40 is going to give me 140. So this is going to be 140 degrees. And make sure that you put your little symbol to show that it's 140 degrees. Since these angles, I can see this is a right angle, so I know that it's going to be 90. I'm going to take 90 minus the 20 that's already in there, and that's going to give me 70 degrees. I know that these are right angles again, so I'm going to take 90 minus 70, and that's going to give me 20 degrees. So x is going to be 20 degrees. Again, a right angle, so I'm going to take 90 minus 50. That's going to give me 40 degrees. So this is going to be 40 degrees because it has to equal 90 because it's a right angle. Let's talk about some three-dimensional figures. So a vertex is the point where three or more edges meet. The plural of vertex is vertices. So here's a vertex, 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 vertex. Whoops. Vertex. Being difficult right now. Vertex, vertex. All of these are vertexes, and all of them together are vertices. The face, a face of one of the plane figures that makes up a space figure. So this is the face, this rectangle. It makes up the entire solid, but this is a face, and this is a face, this is a face, this is a face, this is a face, and the back is a face. The edge, a straight line segment that is the intersection of two faces of a solid figure. These two faces, this one and this one, come together to make these edges. So the edges are basically the lines of a shape where the faces come together. This is a face and this is a face, but it doesn't have any edges because it doesn't have any faces that come together. This is one solid piece right here. This has a face right here, and these are edges because the faces come together. If you look, these two faces don't come together. They have this round piece in the middle. So a rectangular prism has 6 rectangular faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Sorry, this is a square pyramid. So this is a square pyramid. The reason that it's a square is because the bottom of it is a square and it forms this pyramid shape. This is a rectangular pyramid, so anytime you're dealing with a pyramid, it's because it's the base. What does the base look like? This is a square, this is a rectangular, so this is a rectangular pyramid, and this is a square pyramid because it always depends on the base. So it has one rectangular face, 4 congruent triangles, and 8 edges. This also is not a rectangular prism, but it is a cone. So it has one curved surface that goes all the way around, one circular base, and a point. This is not a vertex or a vertice because it doesn't have any edges that are meeting together. So that means that this is a point, not an edge. This also is not a rectangular prism. This is a sphere. So I like to say sphere. So it just has one curved side going all the way around. So that is a sphere. How to find the volume of a rectangular prism or cube? Well, you have to take the length times, multiply it by the width, and multiply it by the height. So this is the length. So if I say that this is 3. Sorry, that's the width. W for width. This is the length, how long it is. Width is how wide it is. So if I said this is 4, and this is the height, obviously how tall it is, and I made this 2. So if I took 4 times 3 times 2, well, 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 is 24, so the volume of this would be 24, and it could be cubic inches or cubic feet. So I would say, you could write out cubic inches, or you can say inches cubed. This again is how long it is. So if I made this 5, length, this is how wide it is, width, I can make this 2. And this is how tall it is, the height, and I can make it 3. So if I did 5 times 2 times 3, 5 times 2 is 10, times 3 is 30. And I could say that this was centimeters cubed. Okay, so to find the volume, you have to do length times width times height. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your teachers, and I hope you have a great time watching this video and watch it again as many times as you need.